No, that's not Lil 2-3 and he knocking it.
Welcome to the interview with Fat Funny. I know y'all used to seeing me on a God TV present Let's Talk About It, but we're doing something a little different. Still doing the God TV, but something a little different. And this is our first episode where I'm going to be interviewing some of your favorite people. So on this episode, we got the legendary, hood famous, Six Shot Smitty Bop, Smitty Bop, TSB, Boppy the Poppy.
What's up, guys? What's
Jason
up?
Pitts. Like
The one with it. What's up, man? It's your boy Smitty Bop, TSB, Thompson Street.
All right, so we're just going to get into the interview. All right, so what made you start rapping? Because you was like one of them ones early playing basketball, wanting to rap. You was releasing songs on MySpace. So like,
what made me want to rap is really, I like to dance, and I feel like with dancing comes rapping. So I just kind of like mixed it up like that.
so it was that easy? You thought, oh shit, I could Harlem Shake, so let me spit a 16.
Yeah, I'm like, I see people dancing, they making music, so I'm like, I like to dance, so I'm a rap too. So that's when I just started making music for real. I like to dance and move around,
All right,
things
so
like that.
what are some of your musical influences?
Meek Mill is one of my biggest music influences. I like his style, I like his flow, I like everything about him, the way he came up, how he did it. His story kind of like motivation to my story, you could say, or how I feel, where I'm going with it.
All right, so who do people compare you to? Musically.
Musically, I feel like honestly, people don't really compare me to nobody. I kind of feel like
Soulja Boy, maybe?
nah, Soulja. Okay, I'll take it, Big Draco. But yeah, but when it comes to music, I feel like people don't really like compare me. I feel like I don't sound like the normal rapper, and not saying on the good side or bad, but I just feel like I'm different. I ain't your average rapper. I don't feel like people ever told me I sound like this person or you feel what I'm saying? Like that.
So you've been rapping for a minute. First song that like really made you pop, I would say, is What Your Life Like. So going back to the time of What Your Life Like, how did that come about? Because honestly, for me, I might be wrong, not to toot our horn, but we was the first motherfuckers on Apple Street. This is when it was iTunes.
Yeah, that's when we
What
dropped.
Your Life Out, What Your Life Like, that's when we had merch, we had t-shirts and everything. So like, how did that come about and how did that make you feel and why do you do it that way? Because everybody was doing like that Piff and shit, but then What Your Life, that it was on iTunes and nobody around here. Y'all can say what y'all want, but
Literally,
you were the first one to do it.
Literally, I was the first person on iTunes, Apple Music with the gear. I had the What Your Life Like shirts. I want to say, was that high school I made What Your Life Like?
Yeah.
9th grade I made What Your Life Like. We was on Apple Music, iTunes. I used to get paid to perform at the school. Natalino and them used to book me at the school, pay me on the side. So this was like, for real. So this was like 9th grade, 10th grade. So around that time, it was different because I was so young. So it was more like fun. Everything was like more fun and like genuine. Everything was just like you wake up, you do it. I kind of don't even remember recording What Your Life Like, but I just remember recording it. And then it just going up and then everybody, everybody singing along to it.
What Your Life Like had the summer on Smash, if y'all don't remember. All right, so what's the writing process like for me? How do you get in your zone? What you need to write a song?
I feel like to write a song, all I really need is like a good beat, a smooth beat. My writing process, if I hear the beat and like within like 5 to 10 seconds, I could kind of like already start like freestyling to it, catch a little hook, I feel like that's the beat for me. If like the first 5 to 10 seconds I can't really get into it, it probably is the beat for me.
All right, so what's the most meaningful song you ever wrote?
The most meaningful song? This shit get me tired. I'm a dumbass break. I'll say Tribute to Bree.
And tell me what's the story behind that?
So Tribute to Bree, it's a big story to that song, honestly. But I wrote it about my brother slash cousin Jabri Bryant. He's right here on my chain right now. IP Bree. Don't let Bree Slider. But when I made tribute to Bree, I got arrested. What I got arrested for? I think it was my gun charge. I'm not sure, but I got arrested, and I spent a week or two in Welly Avenue. I want to say a week. After 2 months, like a week or something. And it's like when I was in there, that was my first time ever being behind a cell. First time being in jail, locked up, anything like that. Actually, like on Welly. So it's like I was going through something. Like I was just thinking, like, damn, this is my first time. Whatever the case may be. I remember when Bree first got locked up, and he was sending letters. So like my mind was a little bit everywhere. So I kind of like felt like I was like, kind of like living back his story, like kind of like living with like what he was doing. So it's like when I wrote tribute to Bree, it was like a real touching feeling because it was like within that week, me being in jail and everything I was going through and thinking of Bree and things like that. So I feel like tribute to Bree is my like most like meaningful song after 10K.
So tell me the story, because 10K was
10K.
like your comeback song. We all know you went to jail. Like you had some other songs like that, but like 10K was really, this is Smitty again. Like how did that come out? Even the video was different. Yeah,
I feel like with 10K, I know that's the people's favorite. Like, but I kind of don't remember like the process I wrote that. But I just remember hearing Buka 600 do it. OTF artist, he did that beat, and I kind of was like vibing to it crazy. So it's like, if I hear a song and I'm vibing to it crazy, I feel like the reason I kind of like vibe to it is because I feel like maybe I could do something to it or something. So when I first heard Buka go on it, then I went on it, and I just kind of wanted to like tell how I was feeling, like tell what I was feeling, like tell like my first 90 days, first 120 days back out of jail. Like the transition from being in jail to being home, how I'm feeling, how things going, and give people kind of like a little input, what's up, a little update type shit.
All right, so what motivates you to keep going?
Honestly, Bree, I think of Bree, I think of Sean. It gets so deep, I start thinking of motherfucking artists in the game that was fucking on their way to the top, at the top, died, crashed out, whatever the case may be. And it's like, I know the top is for me, so that's like the only way I'm trying to go. Like, I ain't taking like to the side, to the left. I need the top, so that's my motivation, is to get to the top. And all the people that I lost, trying to get to the top, on my way to the top. So that's really my motivation right there. And my daughter. That's my newest motivation, honestly.
Shout out to his daughter, Milo.
Shout out to Milo Joy. My little joy, I should say.
You know? All right, so I didn't write this question, but I just thought about when I thought about the internet. How do it feel to spoil your mother? Like, you just took your mother crazy shopping on her birthday. How did that feel to give back to your mother? Because a lot of us growing up, our mother gave us our all and did what they could. So when you could return that love, like, so how does that make you feel? How does she feel? Like, does she appreciate that? Or
yeah, that right there, that's a great feeling, because speaking on motivation, my mom, one of my motivations also, I forgot to say her, but when I was younger, like, that's who, my dad was always there too. Shout out my dad, love my dad. Shout out Big Smith. But my mom was always like, she was the muscle. Like, she always kept me on point, kept me right. And it's like, when I was little, everything I kind of wanted, everything I asked for, she kind of was able to get it to me. I ain't want for too much. I can't even lie. So it's like, be able to return a favor now that I'm, making money off music, doing my thing and things like that, to give back to her, to spoil her, to take care of her, that it feels amazing. Cause she did it for me.
And you supposed to. I don't get how people don't like doing shit for their parents. Like, what? Yeah. I'll give my mother the shirt she might can't fit it, but I'm gonna give my mother my shirt because she did everything she could.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine, and she gonna fit it, and if she can't, she gonna make sure she can fit it. Cause that's just how she is.
Jackie gonna cut it.
Shout out to Jackie B.
All right, so this is more of like a serious question, but people that have been following you know you've been shot before. How was that? Like, cause I know growing up it was T Street, all that, but how did you know, like, oh, this shit for real? And like, how did you felt once you got shot? Cause like from on the outside looking at me, he got what? Oh, these motherfuckers is beefing. Like,
yeah.
How was that for you?
I mean, it's funny because you say that because like to this day when I tell people like I got shot at 16, they kind of
that was like, young. See, I didn't even know it was 16. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was 16.
I just knew it was a long time ago.
Yeah, definitely a long time ago. Like, but it was like I don't know. It was more like a shocking feeling. You don't expect, nobody expects to get shot, unless you out here shooting and killing, things like that. But it was like, I kind of knew it was real once, like, I don't know, you feel it.
No, I'm not talking about the actual pain of getting shot. Like,
Okay.
how did that change your life? Like, because I know for me, that'd be an eye opener for me. Oh, I gotta watch what I'm doing now. This shit's for real. They got guns.
I feel like it changed my life, but I feel like it changed my life because it made me like, I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate life. I value life. I always did, but I just look at life more different. It kind of feel like it gave me a more understanding of life. Like you hear one, you go on the next. It's like it gives you like it's just a wake up call. It's one of those, you know, because it could have been that or it could have been this. So you look at it like just a wake up call. It's like I don't know, bump in the road type of thing. That's how I kind of look at it. It happens.
You being older and what you know now, what would you say to a 16, 17-year-old Smitty? With all the experience about life, about people, what would you say to yourself 10 years ago? Well, how old are you? 10, 12 years ago. What would you say to yourself?
To 13-year-old Smitty, you said?
No, 16.
16-year-old Smitty?
13 was still on the right track. 16 was really, you think you know more than your mother, you going out doing what you want to do.
Right.
With your life experience now, even you with a child, what would you say now to like a 16-year-old Smitty?
If I would talk to a 16-year-old Smitty and anybody 16, well, I'm gonna start with Smitty. Listen to your mom, listen to your parents, listen to people older than you that's telling you what to do. I feel like a lot of things when you 16, 17, 18, you start to think you know everything. You start to feel yourself, you start to smell your stuff. That's the time most people get some pussy for the first time, get some head for the first time, whatever the case may be. So I feel like I'll just say to the younger Smitty, like, listen to people that's telling you shit. Listen to people that's giving you knowledge, because now at my age, it's like all the things people told me when I was 16, 17, 18 play a part now, which is 10, 11 years later. So it's like, I feel like if I focused in and listened to them a little more, I kind of wouldn't be in certain situations I'm in today. I feel like that's something I would tell.
So do you have any regrets? Or just experiences?
Nah, no regrets, never. Everything that happened, everything I did, I stand on. I love everything that happened. It made me who I am today. I got no regrets. I wouldn't have did anything different. Because the top is still in sight, and that's where we're going. So, no regrets. Everything is a lesson learned.
All right, so let's talk about fashion. People, when you get dressed, you put that shit on. So, like, how do you get dressed, but like, who do you look up fashion-wise? Because I know people like buying designer shit, but like, you say you getting dressed for a party, how you putting together an outfit as opposed to one of your peers when they don't put that shit on?
Honestly, I feel like I don't really like look up to nobody or like look into nobody when it comes to fashion. I kind of like I do my own thing.
So how do you keep up with the trend? Because like a lot of shit look like, oh, a lot of people, they see a rapper wearing it, now they want it.
I mean, I be like, I don't know if I want to take full responsibility, but I be in them stores, like, so I ain't gonna really say I go to this store or that store because I seen this person at that store. I kind of like, I mean, everybody sees something, they like it, and maybe I want that, but I never like really be like, oh, I see, oh, he got that, I'm about to do it like he do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I look at everybody that's fresh. I don't go off of one person. I got my own style. I got my own fashion. I got my own drip. So I never had to really go off of what he got on or how he did it. I kind of put it together myself. My own stylist type of thing.
All right. Earlier you said people really don't compare you to anybody. Do you feel like you're an underdog musically? Because like coming from T Street, they gonna talk about Maine. But like, not Smitty saying I rap too, but like, do you feel like sometimes motherfuckers don't give you the credit you get? Because you was out here first. You was doing it before everybody, so.
I feel like I get the credit I deserve, but how can I put it? I feel like I get the credit I deserve, but right now, what's going on, clean what's hot, what's going on. So it's kind of like when I was doing it, let's say before Clean or before he started, he couldn't say like, yo, it's like, when it's your time, it's your time. And like right now, it's his time. And it's still my time, but Clean was going down, and that's who we behind. Shout out to Young Clean, by the way. My motherfucking brother, TSB shit.
All right, so your favorite local artist, and why they're your favorite?
My favorite local artist?
I'm not even gonna say local. Unsigned artist.
Unsigned
Locally though.
artist?
Like it's just I don't like local.
Yeah, local. You say local what? Connecticut?
Connecticut, like your peers, like yeah, I listen to so and so.
Damn. I gotta answer that. I want to say Ivy Trizzy. Ivy
Why is
Trizzy.
that?
I don't know. Ivy. I mean, I know, but I feel like Ivy Trizzy my favorite
Shout
local
out to him.
artist.
He definitely be
Shout
up
out to
here.
Ivy Trizzy. I don't know. I feel like I like his approach to the
Energy.
beat.
I like his
His-
energy. Whatever song
yeah,
Trizzy
like-
on, it's like okay, wake you
Trizzy,
up.
Trizzy energy, his approach to the beat, like it's just what I like. It's my feel. I don't know. I want to go with Ivy Trizzy. That's one of my favorite, my favorite local artists. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so this is a question I've been asking people: loyalty or respect?
Loyalty or respect? Loyalty for sure.
Why is that?
Loyalty is everything.
Do you have a song like that? Or
A mixtape.
mix?
If
Oh
you
yeah,
ain't,
yeah. I'm
if
like,
you ain't hear "Loyalty Is Everything," go bump that. It's on what? Spinrilla.
He was the first one on. Was it Spinnerella or Dat Piff? He was the first one.
Dat Piff,
That
Piff on Spinnerella. Go listen to "Loyalty Is Everything." I think we dropped the "Loyalty Is Everything" too, and I think we dropped the LI80 EP3 also. Can't front. Go get that on Spinnerella and that Piff. That shit's still streaming. That shit's still going crazy, and it's talking about my lifestyle right now. I was ahead of my time, but yeah, I say loyalty because I feel like loyalty is like forever lasting. And I feel like respect is as long as you want it to last.
Okay, I feel
'Cause
like loyalty.
You know what I mean?
Respect anybody, but
Yeah,
loyalty. Like,
you could exactly if you
might get mad at me, but you not
exactly
gonna,
if you loyal to me, you ain't going cross me.
Yeah.
But if you respect me, it's like yeah,
You gonna do what's best for you.
exactly, and you kind of respect me like until let's say I disrespect you.
Mm-hmm.
But you get what I'm getting at? I say it like that. You shouldn't disrespect somebody you loyal to also, but it's like I just say loyalty is forever lasting. And
Alright, so
I'm
let's
thinking
get into
longevity.
Let's get more into music. Wake Up, the video, which is one of your best videos today, if I say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
And the song, like I feel. So why did you go so hard on this video? Because like a lot of times people shoot videos and there's 7 niggas outside a corner store. Like this time you really went to like a studio. Like what made you decide to go harder on this video?
I know I drop in periods. I drop spaced out. That's how I be dropping. I'm gonna get better with that. But I just felt like even now, like far as music videos and everything, I'm trying to come like upper echelon. I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to bring more to the scene.
Trying to set the bar.
I'm trying to set the bar a little higher because I feel like I'm the bar setter in New Haven, Connecticut. Like
He got a song
If
called
you-
I'm So New Haven.
I'm so New Haven, you know. I feel like I'm just the bar setter. It's like the approach I give it, you kind of got to go either on top of it or you gonna go below it. But I kind of feel like I'm the bar setter. So I feel like if I turn the switch back up, turn it up a notch, everybody gonna turn it up a notch, and it's gonna bring a vibe to the city. I'm the city.
Mr. 203.
I'm so New Haven.
All right, so but in the song you rapped about you ain't took a pill since 2017. So at a time, New Haven was crazy. Like everybody was in head. What made you quit, and why did you do them? Like I always wanted to ask people that did drugs. Like what made you want to do them, and what made you quit? If you don't mind answering the question.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind. I did. I mean, when you say pills, it's like we do all types of
I'm
shit.
talking about the Zanny period. That's
Oh,
the
the
period I'm
Xan-
talking about.
okay.
Yeah, the one
My
you rapped
Xan-
about in the song.
Yeah. So my Xan run was like I never popped the Xan until Bree died. I feel like once Bree died, I kind of like my mind was elsewhere. I kind of was like lost in life. I didn't know what was going on. I ain't feel like life. I didn't know nothing. So it's like that was my first run. Bree died 2015, so I think 2015 was the first time I popped the Xan. And it's like I used to pop them because they just used to have me spaced out, I can't think of nothing. I might fall asleep. Whatever the case may be, I could just kind of like be away from what I'm thinking.
So do you feel like you was addicted, or it was just a party drug?
I wouldn't say addicted. I would just say I was addicted to being free from my feelings. But I wasn't addicted. I wasn't one of those I needed Xan because I had a, whatever the case may be. But I was popping them, but it wasn't like I needed. It wasn't an everyday pop.
You think that's your story? But you think like the people around you, do you think they were just doing it because you was doing it, or motherfuckers really like to get high? Because people, it's like influenced a lot by the people around them. Like a lot of people was taking Xans at that.
See, that's the thing with drugs. People know, but I feel like it's not talked about a lot. I feel like the process, which I ain't no pharmacist, but let's say this. I feel like the process with drugs is, and that's how I say even like my process was, it's like you're not addicted. You do it, and then you like the feel. And then boom, you get used to the feel. And then it's like, how can I say it? You bring yourself to that, let's say, addiction or need it. Like none of us need it until we need it, if you get what I'm saying. It's one of those like.
So again, do you do it because niggas going out tonight? Let me get a Xan.
I feel like that's where I was piggybacking on. Thank you for saying that. I feel like it could start as alright, bro did it. Like that's how it could start. Like alright, bro did it. I feel like alright, let me get lit. Like I like how bro was looking when he was off of it. And then like from that, it's like now you need it because you wanted to try something bro doing, and now it's like it's more like you need it at a point. I feel like most addicts is at the point where it's like niggas need it now because it's like you got used to that feeling.
Sad. Like, how do you feel about the way people look now? No funny shit, because like, yeah, you shook the habit of taking Xans, but like, it's some people that never came back from these drugs. I was taking. Like,
that's a fact.
And how does that make you? Because it's like, damn, that's bro.
Nah, it kind of like I feel like sometimes I feel not fucked up about it, but it's kind of like it's real and it's like it's hard to shake. And I want to honestly say, if I didn't go to jail, I probably wouldn't have shook it. So it's like me being in jail, I was able to not take them, not have access to them. So me being in jail for 2 years and not taking one, popping one, gave me the urge. And when I come home, I don't need it because I just did 2 years without it. My body was able to
get that. No
flush it out.
I don't get how people be clean from drugs 2 years, 3 years straight and come home and
they go back to it. But that's why I pray for the people that don't go to jail or don't go to rehab, because it's like some things will never stop until you make them stop. So if it's a person is out here every day and they popped this in 2015 and they never been to rehab, and they never been anywhere, from 2015 to 2022, they're probably on another drug, or they're on that same drug they on, and then that's 7 years of being drugged out because you ain't get help or you ain't, you know what I mean? Some people go to therapy, some people don't. I feel like where I'm from, trenches where we at, nobody really going to therapy. So it's like once you on them until feel me, something good happen.
What would you say to somebody that's on any type of drug, like somebody that overcame it, basically?
Somebody that overcame drugs?
No, I'm saying that's struggling with now. Since you say you don't take Xans anymore, what would you say to somebody like once you shake that addiction or that? I
feel like what I would say is like I piggybacked on just now. My only thing that helped me stop was me going to jail. So I say to a person who addicted, like,
go to jail.
No, I wouldn't tell them to go to jail because that's not good. That's not good for the mind. I tell them I tell them look in the mirror. Honestly, it's fucked up or it's crazy that I might look in the mirror and it's kind of like.
Nah, that's true. You
know what I mean?
Before anybody else see you, just
look
in the mirror.
Look at yourself. You know what I mean? Look at yourself. Ask yourself, is this what you want? Ask yourself where you going with this. Ask yourself how long you gonna be in tune with this, and really have a talk with yourself, because it's like nobody can make you do something you don't want to do, and if you don't look at yourself and get like an eye opener for yourself or get a vision for yourself, it ain't no vision really, because it's over. You got. But I tell them people like, relax. You know, we all going through stuff, PTSD. You know, I haven't relapsed since, so I can still talk like that. I haven't still popped the pill since 2017. It's now 2022. So it's like, go to rehab, get a different feel, clean yourself up, and just
talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody. It's hard. It's hard. I ain't want to talk to nobody. I popped them. But it's like, it's all in what you want for yourself.
Jail. How was that? Somebody that, if they know you do what you want, go where you want. How's it like when somebody take your freedom from you? And how did that change your life? Because to me, you move totally different now. So like, how did
you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like jail kind of like gave me like like an eye opener. Like you said, I'm always the type that I like to do what I want to do. I try to live my life. That's kind of like my goal in life, to be able to do whatever I want to do. So I feel like when I went to jail, it kind of was like a eye opener. It was like a wake up call, kind of like I talked about before. It's like a damn, like more of appreciation.
You realize who was there for you, who wasn't there for you.
Exactly.
Like once you came home, I see like before you want to be the life of the party. Now you barely fuck with niggas. It's like it's not no hate or nothing towards motherfuckers. I see you dap you up, but like no, I do my own thing.
Yeah, it's more on some like, cause it'll show you when you in jail. That's like the lowest part of your life. If you ain't, they say you end up in dead or in jail. So if you ain't dead, the other worst thing is jail. So when you in jail, you at the bottom of the barrel. So when you at the bottom and you see who there for you, who keeping you level, who thinking about you while you at the bottom, that's kind of like a real feel. Like, and not to point anyone out, like I want to thank my boy Jay, Fat Funny. He kept in contact with me. I kept in contact with him. He helped me stay level. My boy Bardell, he over there in the cut. He helped me stay level, sent me mail, kept me up. But I feel like that's what it's about when you at the bottom, when you at your lowest, who there for you, who could still make you still feel as big as you felt when you was at a higher level.
All right, so music. Wake Up's out. What else you got coming?
I got a couple singles. I got about 6 singles. If I could say the names, Patiently Waiting, Want More, With That Part 2 with IB Trizzy. Me and IB Trizzy got another song we just dropped. We just cooked up the other night. I got Results. I got a couple singles. I'm just coming like singles, really. I wanna drop singles. I wanna get the visual side of things right.
All right, so this concludes this episode of the interview with Fat Funny. I want to thank Smitty Bop 203 for coming.
Smitty Bop TSB, Smitty Bop 203. I'm still Smitty Bop 203. I changed the IG. Thank you, Fat Funny, for having me. Shout out to the whole TSB. Shout out Young Clean. Shout out Barry Bop. Shout out Bardell. Milo Joy. TSB, man.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
I still grinding, can't stop chasing this paper. Everywhere I go, they know me, still don't feel like I made it. I don't play about that paper, stacking tall like it's Megan.